coverage of the Potters and PNN Radio coming to you live from Patterson Field. This is Jason Croxall joined with Jake Angus, bringing you all the action from Patterson Field as the band wraps up the alma mater here as today's festivities are about to begin. Jake, why don't you take us through who it is we're looking for today, and what do you expect to see out of Warren Warriors?
Well, I look to see the Potter defense hopefully step up this game, have a lot of big shutdowns, have the Potter offense to lead them, get good field position on the field, not allow the Warriors run up a lot of points. As the senior night for the Potters, I'd like to see the offense string it together a couple good plays, led by Cade Reynolds.
We ask for a little bit of patience as we fix one little problem here with a little bit of static coming through our line. Please stay tuned. Doing it again.
That static?
Yep. Jake, we got all kinds of static after.
We're just going to say hi, Grant.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 3. Check 1 2.
Warren High School at wide receiver.
1 2 3 1 2 1 2
At running back.
1 2 3. Check 1. Check 2. Check 3. Check 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2 3.
Number 12, Austin.
Check 1 2.
Number 38, Cole Weigel will also see action for the Warriors. And on the line, number 62, David Rowland. Number 63, Michael Hinton. Number 66, Gunnar Smith. Number 73, Chris Massey. Number 77, Brandon Paul. And the tight end for Warren High School is number 88, Jake Powell. The head coach for Warren High School is Mr. Andy Show. And for your Potters, here are your starters for tonight's contest. At wide receiver, number 6, TJ Austin. The tight end will be number 8, Austin Dozier. At quarterback, number 9, Cade Reynolds. The fullback, number 12, Caleb Talon. At running back, number 24, Zach English. At center, number 51, Jimmy List. Also on the line for the Potters, number 54, Ryan Lilly. Number 59, Cole Hamilton. Number 62, Dalton Cordman. And number 79, Jacob Michael. The tight end for the Potters is number 86.
Check 1 2 1 2 3. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2 3. 1 2 1 2 3. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the little bit of a disruption as we are trying to take care of a few problems here. Check 1 2 3. Sorry about the little bit of program difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting to you as soon as we possibly can, trying to get a little bit of this static out of our line and make things a little bit better. We are still about 10 minutes away from kickoff here at the Potter Fieldhouse. Running about 10 minutes before kickoff. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Please claim that prize at the band concession stand as halftime. Again, page 40 in your program. If it is signed by the Potter Golfers,
Bad static, real
you're
bad.
a winner. Tonight's game ball is sponsored by All Sports Apparel. They have a new location in Oakmont Plaza on St. Clair Avenue, home to all your school spirit wear. Thank you, All Sports.
Joe, hold on starting there. Wait till the kickoff, ready for kickoff. Then we're going to record, okay? I know you got a good signal down there. Well, I don't know what's going on with us up here. We're going to have to get this thing figured out. Okay, bye.
Start moving the board and computer around. Huh? Start moving the board and the computer around. Yeah, that might have something to do with the meeting having plugged in.
Hey, Dad. Refresh it. We got it all figured out down here now, so we'll be good. Okay? Just refresh that link if you're going to listen to it or anything. We're good to go down here now. All right, Joel, go ahead and roll, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Patterson Field. You're joined today by Jason Croxall and Jake Angus, bringing you all the action here live on Hiya-Chalk Press Box at Patterson Field in East Liverpool, Ohio. As tonight, the Warriors are traveling into town from Warren, Ohio. The Warren Warriors, Warren High School Warriors, coming into town playing against our East Liverpool Potters on senior night. We've got quite a show for you this evening as the Potters will be taking on a very tough Warriors and a big group of guys. Jake, what do you expect to see in tonight's game?
Hopefully good defense from the Potters and a lot of good offensive plays. A lot of play action in the shotgun from Cade Reynolds is what I'd like to see. What about you, Mr. Croxall?
Well, Jake, I definitely want to take a look at what's going on with the Potter defense. I want to keep an eye on those guys and see just how incredibly strong they've become over this last week. A lot of adjustment made for the Potter defense. They had to struggle the last two games, taking it really hard. But now it's time for the Potters to be able to bounce back and show what they're able to do. So tonight, coming to you live here from Patterson Field, our Potters will be in action, taking on the Warren Warriors. And we got a good look at them. One gentleman that really stands out is their offensive line, number 78, 6'8". 6 foot.
6'8".
Incredible. That's what it said in the program.
What's the smallest guy on there?
Well, the smallest guy on there is only 5-something, but on the offensive line, smallest guy is 5'11", and I believe he's going to be a sub. Most of these guys are averaging 6 foot on that front line. This guy weighs 313 pounds. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, I don't expect to see any tackles getting loose on his side.
Potters are back for the kickoff, waiting for it. And, or excuse me about that, Warren Harding is back for the kickoff. The Potters are kicking off away from the river tonight. That'll be Justin Barr, be setting the ball down. Potters dressed in the home solid blue, wearing their pink socks in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Justin Barr going to be able to kick us off and get ready. Warren dressed in their white and blue. Potters all blue with the white stripe down the side. So I apologize for that. A little bit of confusion getting everything situated here this night.
Correction on the call by my illustrious partner, Jason Croxall. That's Ryan Lilly in on the kickoff. Not Justin Barr. Ryan Lilly, not Justin Barr.
Number 9 of Warren High School, brought down immediately at the 20-yard line.
That was Jake Davis making the kickoff.
Jake Davis was the receiver on that kickoff for Warren Warriors. They were able to return it about half a yard when he was met with quite a host of the Potter tacklers. First down as Warren comes to the line here.
21, first down, Warriors.
21-yard line. Under center number 12, Andrew. There's the handoff. It's a fake. He pulls it in, runs to the right-hand side, crosses the 20-yard line, gets to the 22, and tackled hard by the Potter defense as he made that cross along the line.
That's what I like to see. This Potter defense has been fooled by a lot of fakes and everything at second down, but they didn't really get a big run there as a couple weeks ago. They couldn't really stop the run, but they're shutting it down now.
Yeah, they are. They're shutting it down. They're shutting it down hard. That's hopefully we're going to see a lot of this tonight. Potter defense sets back up, waiting to see what's happening in the backfield. Quarterback for Warren with one running back behind him and a sidecar to the right. It's a handoff to number 7 of Warren as he takes it across the field, across the tackle, and up to the 25 and stop at the 26-yard line. Jake, hardly a gain at all.
Well, they got to keep playing like that. They can't allow these runs to get off for big gains. They just got to keep stopping them. Just keep stopping them, hold them down, hoping for a 4 and out, and get the punt. Get the Potter offense good field position. DJ Austin, hopefully maybe even run it back.
Absolutely, it'd be great. 3rd down and 6. They're going to have to stop them on this one. Warriors coming to the field. We have a whistle down on the field as they are told to start action and get themselves out of that huddle. Warren's at the line, calling for its quarterback. Number 7 in motion. Quarterback gets a direct snap. Back to pass. Complete to number 11. At
First
the 35-yard
down.
line. Good for first down for Warren. Jake, it was a nice executed play by Warren on that one. the handoff that just preceded this pulled the defense in tight and allowed that tight end to be able to shoot down the field to be able to catch that.
Well, this defense can't allow them to have all day to throw the ball. They got to get a little bit of pressure on him somewhat.
Absolutely. They got to keep the pressure on him. It is 1st and 10 for Warren. They're sitting at the 35.5-yard line, pushing towards the Potters end of the field. Shotgun back is number 12. Pass coming up. It's
Picked off by 24, Zach English.
Oh, he
Oh,
was out of bounds when he gained control of the ball. Zach English came in and got that deflection.
I don't agree with that call at all. I don't agree with that at all. Nope.
He was approaching the end of it. A couple bobbles on that, but Zach English had that picked off immediately as it was off the hands of the receiver and straight into Zach English's hands. But the ref calls that an incomplete pass as it was not in control when he stepped out of bounds.
I think we should get a booth review here.
A booth review.
A booth review.
Don't think we can. 2nd and 10. It's a straight handoff for Warren. Up over center and guard. And he is stopped by that defensive line, Jake. I think they're making the corrections they've needed to, buddy. Gain of maybe 2 on that. And, I mean, it's a short 2. Bringing up a 3rd and long 8 for him.
Maybe Prescott really worked on the run defense this week at practice because that's really been hurting them in the long run. Here's that run defense. Secondary's not doing too bad, but they got to stop the run.
Absolutely. 3rd down, long 8.
Potter show the blitz.
Quick snap. It's a fast handoff to the fullback.
Stop just short of the 1st.
It's going to be very close, Jake. We're going to see where the refs decide to spot this as the running back was able to advance that out to the 46-yard line of Warren. And they say 1st down for Warren at the 46-yard line. Warren, 1st down. 9:32 on the clock, ticking down in the 1st quarter. Warren driving with their 2nd 1st down. Ball sat at the 46-yard line of Warren as they drive towards the river. Shotgun snap back to the quarterback. Quick pass out and complete to number 88, Jake Powell. Gain of about 7 on the play. Make it 8 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for Warren Warriors. Ball being set at about the 47-yard line of the Potters. They cross the 50, Jake. Here they come.
Oh, this is where the Potters really been hurting this season in the long run here.
Andrew brings him in. Andrew brings him up to the line. Steps back to be a shotgun. Quick handoff to number 7, the running back, but he's stopped behind the line at the 50-yard line. A loss of about 3 on the play. Very strong penetration by the defense of the Potters, Jake.
They gotta get that. They gotta get that quick across the line like that every time. They can't allow them to have all that time.
Here comes the big man to be stopping on the run, and that is number 77, one of our favorite players, Mr. Yakabuchi, for the Potters. He comes in at nose guard. He is a great man at stopping any short run that's tried and attempted by the offense. He's done a great job this football season.
I think he's the key to this Potter defense. Oh, false start on the offense. Sending them back. Keep them penalties on Warren. Hopefully the Potters don't follow this here when they get on offense. Having a lot of trouble with penalties this season.
I think I would have rather had to stop on that, Jake. I didn't even see the flag at all, but they'd have been 1 yard back. Here they come back to the line. Shotgun snap. Back.
Throws it off.
Quick pass out and bobbled again by the receiver.
I think he might have heard the footsteps behind him, got a little nervous.
I believe he did. Paul Weigel, number 38, was that intended receiver, but you know, it's a little difficult for them to be able to keep making this type of a quick pass. Potters have made a great adjustment on that, and I think that's what's going to make a big difference. Here comes Warren back to the line. 3rd and 8 for Warren Warriors. 3rd and 8. Ball being set back to their 48-yard line.
Potter show the blitz.
Quick pass out to the outlet
Almost
man,
broken
number 7.
up.
And he shakes
number
2
7.
tacklers and is
Wow.
finally hit by Caleb Talent, number 12, but only after he has gained not only the 1st down, but penetrated into Potter territory with the ball being set at the 36-yard line of the Potters. Great catch and run. Great catch and run.
John Rickard almost broke that play up there. Just a little slow getting into the backfield there, pressure the quarterback.
Yes, he was. A little bit slow making it happen. Great out pass, but Potter's got to keep this penetration up. 2 side cars on either side for the quarterback. Quick shotgun snap and handoff to number 7. As he comes up over the line, gain of about 1 on that play.
Tackle made by Chad Reed.
Chad Reed's been playing a tough defense on us. Well, us and the announcer have a different way of gauging of 1 yard. I'm going to call that a second and a long 8. And here we go with the Warren Warriors coming to the line again. Number 2 in motion coming across the side. Shotgun formation, 2 side cars. A fake handoff, rolling to the right-hand side, and lets loose a long pass down the field to a wide open receiver. Wide open receiver.
This Potter secondary's got to get it together. I'm pretty sure against Wheeling Park they had a big pass play over the middle like that too.
Andrew Hensel was wide open, beat Zach English to the position on that, but thank goodness that ball was overthrown. Zach did get beat on that one, and I'm hoping that he's going to be able to make the adjustment and not let him, because he is a speedster, absolute speedster. You cannot give him that type of a cushion whatsoever. Returning back to the shotgun snap with 1 running back in the backfield. Warren sitting at the Potter 30
all start on
yard line. There's a lot of laundry down there. We got another false start called on the Warriors. Backs the ball up to the 39-yard line of the Potters. 3rd and a long 13 for them. Potters need to stop here, Jake. Let's get the punt.
That's what they look to do here, but I'm pretty sure they converted on 3rd down the last set too. So hopefully this Potters defense can hold them.
Here's a snap, shotgun,
rolling
to the right-hand side. Quarterback, a quick outlet pass, and stopped immediately by Caleb Talent. Is the receiver, number 7 of Warren Warriors. Brought down, 4th and 11 for the Warriors. The Potters are finally going to get that punt.
Yes, they have some freaking nature kickers about to go out there and kick a long ball, but I don't see that happening.
DJ Austin, number 6 for the Potters, sets himself ready to receive this punt at the 10-yard line. His back at the river.
Big talk for the Potters this year is DJ Austin on the special teams, making some big returns.
Let's see what happens here. Shotgun, big snap back. The punt is off in the air and angled towards the sidelines. 1 bouncing out of bounds. Ref is spotting that ball out at the... Well, keep walking there, ref. I kind of like it. I'm all the way up to the 15-yard line. He paused once at the 12. I was afraid to call it at the 12 because he kept on walking.
Do you,
First and 10, 15-yard line.
Do you think you think the Warriors seen that on film? DJ Austin's great return game.
I know they did. They're going to keep that ball away from him as best as they can, but that's going to be difficult as the night wears on. Potters take over under the direction of Cade Reynolds, number 9. 2 running backs in the backfield. There's a direct snap. Cade steps back and handoff to number 24, Zach English, who penetrates the right-hand side of the defense of the Warren Warriors, carrying that ball up to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Potters. 2nd and 5. 6:16 left with inside this first quarter, Jake. Offensive line gelling together. First offensive series for the Potters. Cade Reynolds again under center, not taking the shotgun snap as he did in the previous games. Zach English and Caleb Talent behind him.
I'm pretty sure.
There's the snap pitch out to number 24, Zach English. Running around the left-hand side, brought down at the 21-yard line for a gain of 1.
I think maybe this Warren team caught on that Zach English is the workhorse for this team.
Absolutely, absolutely.
As he does a little bit of everything, gets in the backfield for running back, gets on the outside, wide receiver position.
Absolutely. Cade Reynolds brings the boys back up to the line. Direct snap, fake to Zach English. Cade Reynolds keeps the ball rolling to his left. A quick pass out to number 86 of the Potters as he steps out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Jason Kutchner, real big story this year. Not very much in years past, but this year coming up with a couple big plays.
Big plays, and it's another one for a first down for the Potters as they move the ball to their 30-yard line and making some slow but extremely steady progress against the Warren Warriors.
I got 3 words for you. Move them chains.
I like to hear that, Jake. Let's hear more of it. Cade Reynolds under center. Whistle on the field as we had the nose guard of Warren Harding was pulled offside on that hard count that Cade has brought to him. Jake, that's a great indication right there. If you're getting those boys jumping, expecting something coming at them, that's a great thing to have happen.
I expect to
Keep
see
'em on
Cade
their-
use the hard count a lot tonight if they're jumping. They haven't really had a lot of teams jumping at the hard count. But,
Well,
hey,
you're getting the penetration that they've had right now. They're second guessing everything that they're doing and trying to get across that line. And I'm only saying this, I mean, it's the first offensive drive, but Cade and the Potters have some confidence. Cade Reynolds under center again, a fake handoff to Zach English, rolling to his right-hand side with a lot of pressure and lets a long ball downfield and over the hands of Jason Kutchner, all the way at the 25 of the Potters. Wow, what a play that could have been.
would have been a great play. Would have been talk of the night.
Instead, they're going to bring it back for a 2nd and 5 for the Potters. 2nd and 5, a result of that offside penalty. It's going to be a short little gain that they need here for the first down.
This is what the Potters need. This defense jumping like that, getting the penalty yards instead of giving it.
That's exactly right. No more of the giving up the penalties. Cade Reynolds under center again. To his left is Caleb Talent and Zach English. A quick pitch out to him. Shakes 1, 2, and 3 tacklers, but brought down finally. And it's going to be spotted about the 40-yard line for a very short 1 yard for the first down. 3rd and 1 for the Potters. Ball spot at their 40-yard line.
I look to see the Potters do a little quarterback sneak for the short yards here. What do you expect them to do?
That quick burst of Zach English is what made that happen. And that quick burst is why I would pitch it out to him one more time, and I would go for it on 4th down if they don't make it. Because all it took was one more shake, and he'd have been all the way to the house. There's the handoff straight up the middle. Number 12, Caleb Talent met with a wall of defenders, but did his forward progress get him to that first down marker?
I'm not thinking. They're measuring it, but I don't think they did. Oh, he got it.
That linesman said it is enough for a first down. Ball moved to the 46-yard line and spotted there. 1st and 10, Potters. What did you say earlier, Jake?
Didn't think I would go with the quarterback sneak, but I guess they agree with what you said. Had to say more. Maybe Prescott's down there listening.
I hope he is, but it's time to move those chains, baby. Cade Reynolds under center again. Caleb Talent and Zach English behind him. 2 wideouts. Quick pitch. It's Zach English coming around the outside and met immediately.
You couldn't even.
Powell, number 88.
Didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little loss there.
Slight loss of that. We can call it no gain if you want. Ball's back about the nose of it, touching the 40. Excuse me, the 41-yard line. Cade
Location.
Absolutely. 2nd and a long 10. Cade Reynolds fakes the pitch, handoff. Number 45 for the Potters up the middle, and he takes 4 defenders of Warren Warriors up there.
John Missick's a big guy.
He had the bus rolling, and all the passengers were on board, baby. Advances that ball up to about the 44-yard line. 44-yard line of the Potters. 3rd down, 7 for the first down, Jake. Let's hope we get to talk about moving the chains this time. Cade Reynolds back in a shotgun formation. Surveys it. 2 wideouts. DJ Austin and Zach English split to his left-hand side. He rolls to his left-hand side, lets the ball go, and it falls short of Zach English.
Look like there's a flag on the play or something. Look like I seen something fly out. But nope. Guess I was wrong. Must seen something.
Zach English broke that line very well. Good coverage against him. Cade thrown on the run as he's coming towards the sidelines. A little off balance, a wobbly pass that falls short. Puts us back into the punt.
That all comes from his hips. Can't get the power from the hips when you're rolling out like that. Maybe you should have stopped instead of his feet with a little bit of time. With that big block from John Missick in the backfield gave him a little bit of time.
Zach English back for the punt. Rugby-style punt, takes the snap, rolls, turns the direction, goes the other way, and he is stopped.
A big hit on Zach English. Wow. Big hit. Potters can't handle this, can't afford that right now, turning the ball over deep in Warren's end.
Those fake punts have worked in the past, but I'm believing tonight it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to pull these
I couldn't
off.
imagine going for it there, and I don't think that was the design plan. Maybe couldn't get it off, so he tried to take it himself, but I could imagine going for it deep in your own end like that.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Warren Warriors. Ball set down at the 33-yard line of the Potters. There's a quick handoff and a massive stop at the line. John Missick delivering one whale of a hit there, Jake.
Getting it done on both ends, blocking for the quarterback, giving him more time, and taking him down on defense.
That hit was good for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now for the Warriors. Ball being spotted back at the 34-yard line of the Potters. 2 minutes, 32 seconds left in our first quarter in a scoreless game of the Warren Warriors and the East Liverpool Potters. Potters show blitz on this snap. There's the rush. Quarterback is hit as he throws. Ball down the field and goes long over the heads of both the defender and the receiver. Great hit in the backfield. Guess who it was applying the heat in the backfield?
We'll go with John Missick.
That would have to be John Missick. This time driving the bus on the defensive side. I think a hold could have been called. He had 3 helmets at his side, escorted him back and said, "Gentlemen, here's your quarterback."
I don't know if you agree with me or not on this, but I feel like even though he didn't get the sack or misdirect the play, it's still going to get in the quarterback's head because he knows the pressure's going to get to him.
A helmet on a helmet is always a good thing, baby. Quarterback back in the shotgun formation. Quick snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass. There it is over the middle. Caught by number 11. He shakes one defender, looks to shake another defender. A block against the Potter defender, and they knock him out of bounds. It's a 10-yard
tackling drill. Need tackling drills.
Correct that at the 7-yard line.
Oh, appears to be flags down.
So a couple flags have hit the field, and that is deep in the backfield. Holding called against Warren.
That's what I like to see, bringing them back.
That was a great play, but I wondered, why didn't they have the pressure in the back like they had earlier? Why didn't they do it? Well, folks, because someone got the Holdimus Maximus on.
Got to get in between. You got to get in between in the middle there. You can't hold him on the outside. Got to be on the inside.
Exactly. That's going to back that ball up to the 49-yard line, folks, as Warren Warriors set up. Right now we're looking at third down and route 7 for Warren Warriors. Ball set at the 49, driving towards the river. Let's see what they got up their sleeve on this one. Shotgun formation, sidecars to his right and left, a quick handoff in the backfield, getting hit by the Potters in a host of them. But again, it's number 45.
John Missick in on that tackle.
In on that tackle, stopping him in the backfield and for a loss of 1.
Brought down on about the 50-yard line. John Missick looks to get a lot more tackles tonight as the night goes on. Already got 3 tonight. It looks like he's flag on the play.
Flag on the play?
Or timeout. Correction, timeout.
I was going to say, I thought I saw a timeout, but I was wondering, was it a delay of game? If it was, forget Route 7. Let's go back to Route 11. They could get us something to eat from out at the Steel Trolley Diner if they got another penalty on that one. That or they're heading their way up to Dairy Queen. This is October 11th, and in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, not only are our Potters wearing pink, but also the Potter Pound. The very famous cheering section for the Potters is dressed completely in pink tonight, supporting not only research, but also the future stop of breast cancer.
Worth $250 is Jacob Haddon. Please come to
we have the timeout coming to an end. Coach pretty heated there on the side, talking to his line, talking to his quarterback. A little bit of an incorrect lineup there on the field. Had a lot of folks in different positions. Coach didn't like it, called timeout, got them straightened around. We're looking at the punt formation.
I'm thinking these penalties and Potter defense is getting in their head as they lined up wrong there.
Snap back to the punter and just over the outreach hands of a Potter defender, and it travels out of bounds.
I'm definitely thinking they're scared of DJ Austin's return game as they kick it out of bounds again.
There's more than that. It's just some good respect, and it shows these coaches are a very good study of the films. Potter's at about the 12, maybe 12.5-yard line where it traveled out of bounds. Jake, there's two things right there that talk about what happens in the punting out of bounds. First to one side, then the other, a DJ, and it's plain and simple. They were taking a look at what the Potters were doing in punt returns as well as punting. They had not one, but two men come deep in the direction when Zach English went to do his rugby-style punt because they expected a fake punt, and it paid off for him. That was English up the middle real quick right there for a gain of about 5 on that. 2nd and 5. Ball being placed at just short of the 18-yard line. Or, I'm sorry.
Potters looks to get a little bit of momentum coming their way, a little fire here as they try to advance the ball to field as they're deep in their own end.
Cade Reynolds under center, looking at 6 yards to pick up for a first down. In the backfield, Zach English. There's the handoff. Zach English around the right-hand side. He's got an open field in front of him, closing quickly and brought down at the 29-yard line of the Potters. And that, Jake, is good enough for a first down.
Move them chains. That's all I got to say about that play right there.
Ball spotted at the 29, 1st and 10, Potters. 0-0 score down here at Patterson Field. Under 28 seconds in the first half, and that clock is running. Potters probably going to let this baby run down and end the first quarter.
I like to see him run another play here.
Cade Reynolds brings him to the line.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Cade Reynolds in the shotgun more often tonight.
There's a snap.
And the
quick
handoff, no
Zach
surprise
English up the
there.
middle. Broke through 1, 2,
First
and
down.
Stopped by the safety. But again, not till after he's racked up another.
Say it for me. Say it for
yards
me.
For the Potters.
Say it for me.
That's good enough for a first down. Gentlemen, move those chains.
First down, Potters.
Ball being placed at about the 41-yard line of the Potters in a very impressive drive.
On the end of the first quarter of play with the score, Warren.
0-0 at the end of the first. Jake, what you like?
I like that the Potters were able to hold Warren from scoring on that play as they got tackled deep in their own end. Penalties and good defense cost Warren there on that play as they had to give the punt off.
Absolutely. I'm liking the Potters' confidence out there. They're running the plays. They're getting to the line. Offense is looking very, very tight in what they got going on. That's what we need to have. The penalties that came against them at the last home game against John Marshall, which surprised me because they're here at home. They're not in a hostile environment. They're here at home, and mistake after mistake, lots of holding, lots of false starts. That's a little bit of undisciplined action. That's some frustration showing up on the field. This is great tonight, Jake. A whole nother ball team. Loving it.
I like to show up with the crowd tonight. There's a lot of Potter fans here.
A lot of Potter fans down here at Patterson Field, which is a historic place to watch some football. Tonight's action is absolutely beautiful with the temperature in the low 60s right now and probably dropping as we speak under these clear skies. It's a great night for football.
Under the lights. I don't want to take away from this game or anything, but on Monday, boys soccer team takes on Indian Creek in the sectional game.
Boys soccer does take them on in the sectional, and we are waiting for one more update to come our way out of Columbus. And when that happens, baby, we're going to catch you up on all the golf action at the state tournament, where Potters are being represented there by the entire golf team as they advance to the state tournament. That was a quick handoff as we start this second quarter to Zach English. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Potters.
I'm thinking maybe they figured it out that Zach English is the workhorse for this Potter offense here. But we'll see.
It's a quick burst of speed that they can't stay with it. You know what I mean? Quick burst of speed. And
They gotta get that good blocking up front.
Absolutely. John Missick going to be leading the way in the blocking in the backfield as Cade Reynolds under center. Behind him is Zach English. Quick pitch out to Zach. There he is running around the
Quick
corner.
speed.
He's
He
at
could
the
go
50,
all the way.
25, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown for the Potters. Jake, he made it around that corner, and it was wide open.
Must have heard me talking about him, wanted to make a fool out of me as he takes it up the outside.
Absolutely to the outside. Jake, he is the workhorse, but there was one gentleman happened to lead the block. Can you take a guess as to who it was?
I'm going to go out on a limb here and a lucky guess and say John Missick.
That was the man. A big ceiling block just as they crossed the 40-yard line. John Missick not only hit one, but drove that man into a second attacker coming in from Warren. And that opened the door, and Zach English said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you by the river.
I think he took them both in the end zone with him, too.
Set up in kick formation. It is number 4, Justin Barr back to kick for the Potters. There's the snap. The hold's down. It's up. and to the left. The kick is no good at this time. The magic double 11. 11 seconds after 11 minutes. In the countdown of the second quarter, Potters take the lead 6-0. Let's go now to a couple different correspondents that we have out there in the field, if we want to call that. And we were able to get a hold of Coach Wright just a little bit ago. Gave us the update on the golf tournament for the folks at home. East Liverpool Potters were able to advance to the state tournament in Sunbury at the North Star Golf Course located in Sunbury for the state championship Division II. After the first 18 holes of golf in round 1, it is the Potters that are tied currently for 4th place in the state of Ohio, only 4 strokes out of 2nd place. Second round is tomorrow morning. Tee time starts very early at 7:30 a.m.
7:30 in the morning.
Jake, yes, it actually exists. I know school starts at 8 and you usually get up at 7:59. You know, breakfast isn't really lunch. You do know that. You know, breakfast is served before noon. Did you ever know that?
No, I just can't imagine getting up that early and participating in a sport.
Well, when you're living that world of golf, it's what you do. But our hats off to Blake Prince, Joey Salone, Ryan Burson, Matt Hilditch, and then the sophomore, Isaac Davidson. The rest are all seniors. And the sophomore, Isaac Davidson, taking our boys to state. Set up for the kickoff ball, placed at the 40-yard line. Potters are ready to go.
I think I might know what their secret weapon is.
There's the kick down the middle of the field, taken at about the 12-yard line by Warren. First hit placed upon that runner. That receiver's brought down at the 25-yard line.
As we got a little stoppage and play here, I'm going to tell you what the golf team's secret weapon is. PNN's own Nate Robinson with his great cups of coffee real early in the morning. Pretending to be in Virginia, but he's really in Columbus with the golf team.
Oh, that's what it is. His secret weapon of, as I call it, tarfie. A whole lot of tar and barely any coffee, folks. Tarfie. Get you going in the morning. Warren Warriors return to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun formation. Sidecars to both the right and left. Quick handoff to number 10. Oh. He hits the line with a power surge, but brought down by the second defender, Caleb Talent, at the 34-yard line. What a great run Scott just had.
Them runs up the middle have been hurting the Potters defense all year now.
It has. Number 10 did a great power run. Good, quick, stiff arm as he broke that line, sealing that. Where's 77 Yakabuchi when we need him? Come on. Bucci, let's make it happen. 2 yards to go for the first down. There is John Missick with a quick hit in the backfield.
Wow.
That handoff just got into the gut of number 10.
I didn't even see what happened. I blinked, and it was so fast.
John Missick
Big
pulled
hit.
one right out of the Troy Polamalu book, folks. And whether you're a Steeler fan or not, Troy Polamalu has a way of just gauging that snap and making it happen. And I'm telling you right now, he and the ball were one. That ball moved. John Missick moved it into the backfield.
Couldn't see it, but you best believe I heard it all the way up here in the press box.
It did. That hit was heard clear up here. Missick's leaving, no doubt, down on that field, baby.
Gave me a headache just thinking about it.
Scott, number 10, is behind the quarterback, Andrew, in shotgun formation. Motion to the right by one of the wide receivers. It's a quarterback keep, and he is brought down immediately in the backfield. That was Chad Reed that brought in the heat on that one, followed him diagonally, and then brought him down before he was even thinking about crossing that line.
Chad Reed trying to get these Potter fans into the games. He tries to pump them up with that big sack in the backfield.
That brings up a 4th and 6. Back to punt is Warren Warriors. Number 6, DJ Austin, standing at the 36-yard line, awaiting this punt. Let's see if they take it down the middle, and they do. It's a short little hopper. It bounces once and into the hands of number 6, DJ Austin, who reverses field and slips on his own 2 feet. Looks like he slipped over the hash mark there, but let me tell you, if DJ would have made that turn, woulda, coulda, shoulda, baby. But I'm telling you now.
That's one thing I don't agree with in football. In high school football is down by your own falling. I mean, you can slip. You need to be able to get back up.
Jake, too many injuries in high school ball. Man falls down and someone's going to come in. Too many injuries. You have to be down when you strike that ground on that. Anyone gets over aggressive and you're sending someone to the hospital. Potters take over 1st and 10. Ball spotted at their 39-yard line as they're racing to the river.
or excuse me, ball set at the 34-yard line for the Potters. Quick handoff to number 24, Zach English, who's met at the line but fights off a first tackle and grabs a good 2 yards on that.
I think I'd stick with Zach English on the outside and John Missick up the middle.
Refs are going to second guess me with this ball spot. I ought to just take my time on that. Second and 8, they did agree. I'm glad. I'm gonna quit waiting. I'm gonna have to quit speaking and wait for them to spot that ball. These guys have moved it twice on me already. I love that fight at the line, Jake. That's what Zach has to do. It's how you get that extra yardage.
Chop them legs. Chop them legs.
Cade Reynolds under center. In the backfield, Caleb Talent, Zach English. Snap. Fake handoff to Zach English. Rolling to his right. Wide open is DJ Austin, who pulls in the pass at the 49-yard line. Jake, that's enough for a Potter first down.
Move them chains.
Very, very good. Moving the chains, the tip of that ball just touching that white little paint at the 50-yard line. First and 10, Potters driving into the territory of the Warren Warriors.
Well, you know they're only on the 49, just short of the 50.
Ball game is 6-0 Potters as we're coming to the mid-mark of the second quarter. Cade Reynolds under center for the Potters as they're driving towards the Warren field. There goes Zach English.
Zach English with
He's
a
at
quick
the
speed
35,
again.
The 30, the 25, and brought down at the 20. Jake.
Running phenomenal.
I was on that play-by-play. I couldn't catch up to Zach. He got that pitch, and I'm telling you what, he was in fifth gear before the ball got to his hands.
Too quick for words.
He was too quick for words on that one. He came around that corner, beat 2 defenders immediately because of his speed, and it was a safety from the opposite side of the field that had to come across and make that tackle.
Like I said, John Missick up the middle, Zach English on the outside. As he gets 2 big gains as they go to the left at the same play they scored on to the right for the touchdown.
It is a quick, action-packed night here at Patterson Field as the Potters are driving. First and 10 at their 21-yard line. Cade Reynolds off to the right-hand side on a scramble, holding the ball, looking downfield. Now he's going to take it. He's up to the 15 and approaches the 10-yard line when he's knocked out of bounds. Looks as though he made it to the 12-yard line. Let's see where they spot it before I make the official call.
I think that's the best thing you can do right now.
Exactly. Ball spot at the 12-yard line. And
so I'm going to use my math skills here and say 8-yard gain.
Very good.
Like you second-guessed me. I had to double-check my math.
We call that a long one instead of 2. Cade Reynolds under centers. The Potters are driving, leading 6-0. There's a quick pitch out to Zach English, who is met at the line and driven backwards. Warren met him there. They read that pitch quite well. Zach was unable to go north and south. He got caught running towards the east on that one and brought down. Loss of about.
Try to use that Reggie Bush style run and go to the outside.
We're going to call that a 3rd and a 4.5. Ball placed at the 16-yard line. Here come the Potters. This is where they need to make it. 2 wide out. Spread out to Cade Reynolds' right-hand side. DJ Austin.
Are you surprised by the Potters' choice not to use the shotgun tonight?
Cade fading to the right. Quick pass. DJ Austin hit at the 1-yard line as he pulls that ball in. I believe we have a flag down on the play as well. I'm not sure. Something hit the ground down there. Hard to see if we do have a flag or not with the angle. Beautiful catch by DJ Austin right there at the 1. They were checking the placement of the player. That's what that was. Ball placed at the 1. 2-yard line.
Are you surprised by the Potters not using the shotgun at all tonight? Not a lot of shotgun. You surprised?
We have seen a traditional wishbone. There's the handoff to Zach English out of that. Blocks led by John Missick, but there's too many defenders. Line of scrimmage, we was met. Ball being returned to about the 2-yard line.
I think his Warriors defense is expecting them to try to get Zach English to run it in there. I think maybe they need to do a little pitch out, little throw to the backfield and have him roll out and run it in himself.
2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Wow, a gain on that play. I'm going to have to go back to football announcing school, ladies and gentlemen. There's Cade Reynolds with the keeper, and he's up the middle and in for a touchdown for the Potters. Led by none other than number 45.
John Missick.
Into the end zone. He's having a whale of a game. 5:51 into the second quarter, and the Potters have added another 6 to the board. 12-0. The Potters are leading the game, 12-0.
I expect them to go for 2 here.
Absolutely, I would too. After that, the kick didn't get the loft that it needed, and in this type of a fight, you're going to need to make that happen, man. Cade Reynolds bringing his troops to the line after that second quick score here in the second quarter. 12-0 Potters trying for a 2-point conversion. Here's Cade Reynolds rolling to his right, pressure coming right down his face, and he completes a pass to the middle of the end zone.
Number 8, Austin Dozier.
That is Austin Dozier who pulled in that touchdown. Jake, very well executed by the Potters as they add on that 2-point conversion, taking it to 14-0 here in the second quarter. Cade Reynolds under center, acting as though he's going to go with the handoff, fakes it. John Missick, everybody, Zach English hits the line. He rolls to his right, and there in the back is Dozier waiting for that pass to come his way. Quick, easy little flick of the ball. Cade Reynolds adds another 2 points to the Potter lead, 14-0.
Cradle that catch in and make sure there was no way that he could lose it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right in the bread basket. No way. If you drop that one, baby, it's all on you. And Monday's going to be a bad day. But Austin squeezed that ball, brought it in, fell immediately down to his knees to ensure that he had control of that ball. And the Potters pick up a 2-point conversion.
It's almost like they never missed the kick at all as they're up 14-0.
Exactly. Love the confidence, Jake. It's a whole nother team out here. A whole nother team here on senior night at Patterson Field. We're at 5:51 in the second quarter. The Potters lead 14-0 after that 2-point conversion with a pass from Cade Reynolds to Austin Dozier.
I don't know if you've ever seen Austin Dozier in person, but he is one large individual.
Number 19 in to kick off for the Potters. Ball placed at that 40-yard line. Here's the approach by the Potters. And the Big Blue puts the boot to the ball. It's a quick little squib kick that comes down to the side. Fumbled ball. And flags on the play. In the press box here, we're thinking that it might have been just bounced out of bounds. No one was able to touch the ball on that little squib kick that barely crossed the line before it dropped straight to the ground and started bouncing. It did travel that 10 yards, and I thought, hey, there we go.
I don't know, maybe if Prescott was trying a little playbook out of his plays from last week, is he, I guess for the first kickoff, it wasn't there, but I heard he went for the onside kick on the first play of the game.
Hey, that's fine to do, baby. Anything you can try to get in that win column. Warren Warriors take over after that kickoff, down 14 points to the Potters on the 35-yard line. Their backs to the river. There's the shotgun. Quarterback back to pass, rolling to his left, and hit immediately by number 34, Chad Reed.
Chad Reed, John Missick, and Akabuchi, great plays tonight.
Our field reporters are starting to come in right now. Ron Hockman out in the field, traveling to the games and covering them. We have Salem down 14-0 to Marlington. Beaver Local is down 28-0 to Struthers. And Wellsville and Springfield are still at a 0-0 tie. And here at Patterson Field, it's 14-0. The Potters leading the Warren David High School Warriors. Quick snap, shotgun formation, a pass, and it goes right through the hands.
Almost picked off by Marcus Bebout. Got to be frustrating.
Marcus Bebout. Now, there's a nice story. Marcus Bebout had a couple standout games on the defense, making the pass coverage when it was needed. In the game against John Marshall, he took away 2 awesome passes that would have been complete touchdowns if not for his incredible athleticism. And that score would have been worse than what it really was had he not done that. Here comes the Warren Warriors in that shotgun formation again. 3 wideouts to the right. Quick pass out and over the top, and again, too long over the head of Marcus Bebout. That brings up 4th down for the Warren Warriors. Ball being placed just at the 36-yard line, 31-yard line. Get my math straight there, Jake. 31-yard line.
You might need to go see Miss McKenna.
Punt formation. Punt formation. High snap. He brings it down just over the outreach hands of Chad
Real
Reed.
high ball.
Ball bounces and heads towards DJ Austin, who falls on it right at the 27-yard line of the Potters.
Talking about him falling on it there, but obviously the Warriors special teams didn't really care about him falling on it, and they hit him anyway.
I think they were thinking that ball might be still a little bit loose. They probably got a little warning there from the refs about that. He was on the ground, ball under control. You know, it is his. It wasn't rolling on the ground. Let's revisit that score one more time. Beaver Local getting just absolutely owned by Struthers at this point in time, 28-0. That game's just a few weeks away, folks, when the Beavers and Liverpool get together out at the Beaver Dome. Quick handoff from Cade Reynolds up the middle to Caleb Talent. No gain on that play, if not a loss of 1. No, they say the forward progress brought him over the line of scrimmage for a gain of about half a yard. We'll call
4:38 till the half.
Second down, 8.5 yards to go. Potter's being spotted at the 27-yard line. Cade Reynolds under center. In the backfield, Zach English, Caleb Talent, quick pitch. Zach English off that tackle on the pitch, rolls out to about the 36-yard line for a gain of about 4 on that play.
4's better than none. Not a big game, but still better than none.
In the immortal words of Woody Hayes, give me 3 yards and a cloud of dust, and I'll bring home a win every time.
Speaking of Woody Hayes, you know what he told the refs when they asked him why he goes for 2 on every down instead of kicking for it?
Because you can't go for 3, Jake. You can't go for 3. Potters send out 2 wideouts to the right-hand side. Behind him, Caleb Talent, Zach English, Cade Reynolds under center. Fake handoff, rolling to his right-hand side, wide open. DJ Austin jumps in the air and brings that ball in at about
having a big game tonight.
38-yard line. And that, Jake, is good enough for a first down.
I'm going to tell you what I think of that, and I think it's going to move the chains.
Bring that back, Jake, on that holding call against the Potters.
Oh, that's got to be frustrating. Got to be frustrating.
First penalty on the Potters tonight. It's going to be a 10-yard one. It's going to back them up quite significantly from what was a first down to a very deep third down. Ball being moved all the way back to the 17-yard line. And that is a third and a long way.
It's got to be frustrating for this Potters offense with that big conversion there and a big catch by DJ Austin. Still having a big night tonight, though. Not just on the special, not even on the special team side, but in the wide receiver slot position.
Absolutely. Cade Reynolds takes a shotgun position. 2 wideouts to his right, 2 wideouts to his left. 1 sidecar. There's the ball slung way down
Long ball.
And over
just
the
overthrown.
head of Zach English, who was guarded quite well on the outside. Had that ball traveled a little bit further and on the inside, Zach could have had a shot at that ball.
I'm thinking maybe he's expecting it to be a little short and turn back into it and catch it up over.
That's where the maturity of Cade coming possibly later this year into his senior year next year, him being a junior, he'll be able to understand placement of that ball. When you see that receiver on the inside, get that ball a little short to him and on his outside shoulder. Inside shoulder, excuse me, Jake. Punt formation. Zach English back to receive the punt in his rugby-style punt. Runs to his right and lets that ball fly back to the 45 as it bounces. The 40 to the 35, and they back away from it, and it is down by the Potters. Right at the 35-yard line. Great punt for Zach English.
As I was watching that unfold there, I thought maybe Zach English was going to take it with a big hole in the middle there as they were all dropping back into coverage to cover that ball.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great job on the Potter punt team to be able to get that coverage downfield. Ball placed at the 35-yard line of Warren. Sidecar to the right and left, running back behind him. Shotgun formation, 2 wideouts, quick handoff up and over the tackle. And he is stopped immediately after a gain of about 1. John Missick putting that heat in that line of scrimmage. That was a very generous spot of 3 that the refs just gave him, Jake. I'm telling you, Missick had him stopped, but he must have rolled forward, and the ref saw something that I definitely didn't up here. 2nd and 7.
That's why they're down there and we're up here.
That's exactly right. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left. Potters lead 14-0. Handoff again up the middle for Warren Warriors, and flag on the play. Ball being carried to about the 1-yard line of Warren. Refs are meeting out there in the middle before they make their call.
Let's see what we got.
Face mask against the Potters. That's a costly one. Ball moves forward. Inadvertent face mask. Ball moves forward to the 46-yard line. That's enough for a first down. Warren David, 1st and 10. Ball spotted 46-yard line of Warren Harding. Driving with these last 2 minutes left inside the second half, or second quarter, excuse me. Shotgun formation. Tight end, split back, 1 wide receiver, double reverse. Number 28, Jake Powell, takes the ball and is headed on the left-hand side. Brought down by Zach English as he crosses the 40-yard line of the Potters, Jake. Great play designed by Warren Harding. Definitely caught the Potters off guard.
We'll see where this Warren Harding's 2-minute play comes into play here. We'll see how good it is as they get a big gain there. It's run game. Potter defense has got to figure it out.
Whistle right there, and we are under 2 minutes left to go. 1 minute 49 seconds. Clock ticking down. Warren at the line. There's the snap. Shotgun formation. Quarterback keepers. He rolls to the right-hand side. Shakes one defender, but John Missick was able to catch up with him after a gain of 5 and forces him out of bounds.
I think John Missick has some secret device or something because he's all over the field tonight, everywhere and every which position and place.
His radar is tuned in. It's definitely tuned in. 2nd and about 4 on that. Coming towards the line of scrimmage is Warren Warriors. 29 yards for a touchdown for Warren if they can convert on this as the clock is ticking. Quick handoff up the middle. No, it was a fake. Kept the ball. Nice pass to the outside, but Caleb Talent is there for containment.
It may have fooled you, but there wasn't very much fooling the Potter defense there as they wouldn't fall for the fake.
They're going to call timeout. Warren Warriors. Referees are going to take a look at the spot of the ball. Are they going to call it's good enough for a first down or not? Jake, it was a really nice quick out pass that came straight in to the Warren receiver. He turned and ran immediately. That north and south running is what makes a difference after a catch, and he proved it right there.
Can't let if he'd have maybe thought too much with it and went down the field with the ball before he actually caught it, he might have not have caught the ball there, but kept it in, brought it in, and then made the moves after the catch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Referees have made a decision. It is enough for a first down. Enough for a first down for Warren Warriors from Vincent, Ohio.
And don't forget next week, ladies and gentlemen, the
Potter defense gets a good talking to by Josh Ludwig, the defensive coordinator of the Potters. Talking to his boys, letting them know, listen, don't let the receivers get behind you. They are going to try and pass. Line has got to contain, and linebackers have got to just follow that ball.
Falls on that Potter defense. I want whatever Ludwig's drinking and eating.
Sidecars to his right and left. Quarterback is in shotgun formation. Split wide out to his right. He looks right. He looks to pass. There's the ball heading down the field and into the hands of a Warren receiver.
Wide open by this Potter secondary.
Touchdown, Warren Warriors.
Poor coverage in the secondary there.
Warren Harding getting the quick score inside of this second quarter, and it was enough for the Warriors to put 6 on the board.
Like I said, this Warren defense, Warren 2-minute offensive play, getting it done as they put it in.
I think the Potters were thinking just a little bit too much on that and not just reacting like they were earlier. Warren Warriors set up for the 1-point conversion. There's the snap. The ball's down. That kick is long enough, straight enough, and it is good enough to add 1. With 54 seconds left, it is Potters 14, Warren Warriors 7. You're listening to all the Potter action here on the Voice of the Potter Nation, PNN Radio, the Potter News Network. Jake, they can't lose heart. 54 seconds left. The guys got one receiver back in behind them. They made that quick pass. It was dead spot on by the quarterback who was receiving some pressure in the backfield.
Pure accuracy.
Yes, it was. And Potters have just got to respond. We got a few seconds left to go. Inside the last 54 seconds, you're able to get off at least 2 plays. And depends upon the kickoff, maybe a good run back.
Just got 2 words for you there, and it's Hail Mary.
A Hail Mary with a couple seconds left in the second quarter. Up by 7, Jake. I don't know.
Hey, that's just my style.
Jake calls Hail Mary plays on
First down.
on 4th down in the middle of the third quarter.
First down, Hail Mary all day.
You usually call punt on first down.
I go
Just
for
to
the field goal.
really catch the other team off guard. Warren Harding setting up for the kickoff. Back deep, DJ Austin, Zach English for the Potters.
I was reading a story online the other day, and it was I think it was a high school team out of Texas. They have 8 different formations of onside kicks, and they haven't kicked a regular formation the whole time.
Here comes the approach and the kick. It's a squib kick up past the 40-yard line and into the hands of a Potter receiver.
Onside kick attempted by the Warriors.
Potter ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Austin Dozier making that catch in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and this time falling on that excellently called squib kick by Warren Warriors.
I think maybe it was an onside kick as Warren got a little greedy trying to tie it up heading into half, but Potters fell on it. Not gonna let him do that.
Absolutely. 53 seconds left to go. Potters approach the line of scrimmage.
They got pretty good
Cade
field
Reynolds
position.
Under center. Split wide out is DJ Austin. There's a handoff up the middle. Caleb Talent takes the ball forward. Met by a host of the tackles of the tackle and the defensive end. They drive him back a little bit, but they give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Little surprise there. I surprised by the run. So little time left.
32 seconds and rolling down. The Potters taking their time back to the line of scrimmage. Don't get surprised, folks, if we go with another quick little handoff up the middle and watch the old clock run down. Cade Reynolds watching that clock roll down, getting ready. He's under center. 10 seconds left to go. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Caleb Talent again to the line of scrimmage. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is enough for the first
14-7, your Potters here. Jake Angus and Jason Croxall signing off at the half.
Signing off. Don't kick it off that fast, brother. We've got some stats coming your way just before the end of halftime. And along with these stats, we'll be talking with a couple folks here in the booth about Potter football and all the action that we're getting here today. Another update for you coming your way if you missed it earlier. East Liverpool golf team, as they finished the first 18 holes at the state tournament held in Sunbury, Columbus. They are 4 strokes away from second place, or excuse me, fourth. They are 4 strokes away from second place and are currently tied for 4th place at Sunbury Division II State Boys Championship Golf. Jake, great golf year for our golf team, winning OVACs, winning their districts, and advancing in the state. Great year for them.
Very great year. Blake Prince, highlight of the golf team.
Being able to sign a 4-year full-ride scholarship with Cleveland State University to continue his education and his athleticism at the University of Cleveland State as the Vikings. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you into some music. And please stick with us as we'll be returning just after halftime. This is PNN Radio.